right, guys, we have a new intro here for the Bear Pack. Trey, if you want to pull up our subscriber goal, we are so very close to 9,000. We are 95 away, actually, from being to 9,000. We're going to give away a sports memorabilia giveaway. We're going to do that on our live show on Friday coming up here soon. And then we have the 10K subs for 1,000, and then the 12K sub. We're going to send someone to a game again. Probably not the Super Bowl, but who knows? Who knows? It depends on how fast you guys get us there. But, Trey, you would notice that we are down a man. Seth is no longer with us. He had to take a step back, dealing with some family stuff. So Trey, we love having 3 people on the show. So we are going to fix that problem with this. We're looking for one person each week for each video to compete for $250 on our college football, college basketball, NFL, or NBA video. This is going to be a contest for the Bear Pack to enter. All you got to do is comment Bear Pack on the video or sport you wish to compete in. So if you think you know the best, if you know the most in college football, you're going to comment on that college football video. If you think you know the most in the NBA, you're going to comment on that NBA video, okay? That's how it works. You can only compete in one of the sports, guys, only one of them. We will bring on one person per week to record videos for that selected sport, and they're going to give their picks for the entire week. So how that works is, in NBA, there's usually NBA every night, so we're going to have one person on the NBA show on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to have 7 picks. You're going to come on for the NBA. You're going to give out your picks for the entire week. The individual with the best record at the end of the season is going to win $250 for that sport. So we're going to have multiple people in and out every week. There's going to be someone different. If you think you're best in college football, you're going to comment on the college football video. If you think you're the best in the NFL, comment on the NFL video. We're going to keep a running score of everybody who comes on the show and gives out their picks for the week. The winner at the end of the season is going to win $250 for that sport. Something new, something fresh. We want to keep 3 people on the show, so we're going to ask the Bear Pack members to come on and give their best picks of the week. So if you're interested in that, comment Bear Pack on any of the videos you see this week. All right, Trey, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get some NCAA football picks and props for Saturday, November 18th slated games. Before we look at the leaderboard, if you see your name on here, please contact us, bearsprofitplays@gmail.com or at Twitter or on Twitter at bearsprofit, and we will get in contact with you. We are starting this on Monday. Again, this is for the contest. $250 for the person with the best record over the season. So if you see your name, please contact us, bearsprofitplays@gmail.com or on Twitter at bearsprofit. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard to start us off.
Yeah, and at the moment, I am 0 for 0. We are recording a little bit early, so my game has not started. But I gave out UTSA to go over their 41.5 team total against South Florida. UTSA, they're averaging 40-plus points over the last month and a half. In South Florida, their defense is a massive liability, so I feel like they could reach their average and just a little bit over there.
Yep, and I've got Washington State minus 4.5, and I also have the over 62.5 points in that game against Colorado. Recording about 5 o'clock, so I still got 5 hours until I can watch the games, but I really need Washington State to cover the minus 4.5, and I really need the over. So hopefully those 2 hits for me. Trey, let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. Start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to be attacking this App State against James Madison game, guys, and I'm very excited for this game. If you guys have been watching this channel since the beginning of college football season, you guys know that I love James Madison. I tailed them for the first, 3 weeks of the season, and they were 3-0 with those bets, simply because they are a dominant team and they have college game day there today. So I feel like their crowd's going to be going crazy. Their team's going to be amped up for this game. So I'm going to be taking James Madison here at minus 9.5 in this game. I believe that they are going to easily win this game by double digits because App State, they come in this game with a 6-4 record and are 4-5-1 ATS. And App State, they did have an impressive road victory last week against Georgia State, winning that 42-14. But James Madison, they come this game undefeated with a 10-0 record and are 7-3 ATS. And the Dukes, they have been winning those 10 games by an average score of 34-18. They've simply been dog-walking teams this season, and I do expect that to continue in this game because App State's offense, they are definitely led by their ground game because their ground game's ranked the 30th highest in college football because they average 188 rush yards per game. But that plays right into James Madison's hands because we all know that James Madison is elite at stopping the run because they have the #1 rush defense in the entire country. That's because they only allow an insane 61 rushing yards per game. I expect the crowd to be going wild in this game, and I expect that is going to fuel James Madison to a massive victory here. So give me James Madison, my Dukes, minus 9.5 against App State.
Yeah, Trey, I do like that. And JMU, obviously, they can't make a bowl game. So I've seen a lot of people trying to petition to get JMU to a bowl game, but I know you love that team, and I hope that maybe they can overturn that bowl game eligibility, but I doubt it. But for my play today, I'm going to be looking at Texas State going up against Arkansas State. I know that this game's not pretty, but this slate isn't great, especially because the bigger games this week, they're a little bit tougher to judge. But I'm going to take Arkansas State plus 3.5. I'm also going to take Arkansas State on the money line. 2 plays here. This is more of a what team needs it more game because Texas State just became bowl eligible 2 weeks ago. They got their 6th win of the season in their 2 weeks ago. But Arkansas State, they're sitting at 5-5, and they've won 2 of their last 3 games, and they've covered the spread in all 3 of those games as underdogs. They're playing great football right now, winning outright against Louisiana as a 7-point underdog by 20 points. And then they barely lost to South Alabama, a team I love, in their last game, covering the spread, losing by 7 as a 15-point underdog. Texas State, on the other hand, they've dropped 2 of the last 3 games, and they just lost on the road to Coastal Carolina by 8 points as a favorite. Arkansas State here is the more desperate team. And looking at their schedule, Trey, this is a must-win game for them because they go to Marshall for their last game, and that's going to be a tough game to win. If you think teams don't care about making a bowl game, you're dead wrong. They need this game to make a bowl game. I'm going to take them plus 3.5, and I'm also going to take them on the money line to get the 6th win of the year as my play. Let's move over to the player props. Start us off.
Yeah, and I'm 0 for 0 at the moment because I gave out Joshua Cephas to go over 93.5 receiving yards against South Florida. South Florida, they give up, I think, the 3rd most passing yards per game. They are no bueno, so I expect Cephas to easily show up and get that triple digits here.
Yeah, but I've got Cameron Ward over 326.5 passing yards going against Colorado. Should be a shootout. I'm looking forward to watching that game. But Trey, let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. Start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to be attacking a rushing prop here. I'm going to be going with some deja vu because I took this prop last week. Give me Tahj Brooks to go over 132.5 rush yards versus UCF. I really love this over for Brooks in this game because, like I said, I took his over last week and he smashed the over for us. He absolutely dominated against KU. He finished right over this number with 133 rush yards. Last week, I think this was at 116.5. So the books are finally respecting him, and I have no problem for that because the first reason why I love this over for Brooks is he's simply a dog at the running back position. Over the last 8 games, Brooks, he has been dominating, and you guys can see just his last 5 right there. But over his last 8, he has been doing that and then some, averaging 133 rush yards per game, which is right at this number. And the second reason why I love him to hit his average here is because of his matchup versus UCF. The Golden Knights rush defense is bad, very, very bad because they are ranked as the 6th worst rush defense in the entire country. That's because they allow a massive 209 rushing yards per game. And Tahj Brooks, he comes in this game accounting for 69% of Texas Tech's total rushing yards this season. So that projects him to finish this game with 145 rushing yards, which is well over this number. I expect Brooks to come this game, leave his mark, and dominate. Give me Tahj Brooks to go over 132.5 rush yards against UCF.
I love it, Trey. I'm going to stick with the running backs. I'm going to take a player I love out of the MAC conference. I'm going to take Carson Steele to go over 76.5 rushing yards of UCLA going up against USC. I talked about Carson Steele a couple games ago, and he failed to hit his number because he had some fumbling problems against Colorado. Chip Kelly has him in the doghouse right now, and he's only had 19 carries over the last 2 games, averaging 4 yards per carry in those games. But in this game, I think he gets back into the good graces of Chip Kelly as he should dominate USC on the ground. USC has one of the worst rushing defense this season. And if you remember last week when I gave out Bucky Irving, he did crush that number against them. I know that Carson Steele hasn't been the workhorse that we're used to seeing over the last 2 games, but there's no better way to get back on track than going up against this USC team. UCLA has their fair share of offensive problems anyway, so I don't think they're going to have Steele in the doghouse when they can just hand the ball off every single play and get 5 yards. Give me Carson Steele to go over 76.5 rushing yards as my play. Trey, let's throw up the graphics. Start us off.
Yeah, and I gave out my James Madison Dukes minus 9.5 against App State. I expect them to easily win this game by double digits. They've been whipping teams all season, and I think this game should be no different. They have College game day there, so their crowd's going to be going wild. And also, I'm parlaying that with Tahj Brooks to go over 132.5 rush yards against UCF. Brooks, he's just been a dog here recently, and UCF's rush defense has been leaky.
Yeah, but I'm going to take Arkansas State on the money line and plus 3.5 against Texas State. They're at home. They're 5-5. They need this win. Basically a must-win game because they're looking at the schedule. On the road against Marshall is going to be a tough game for them to win. So they have to win this game to be bowl eligible. And then I'm going to take Carson Steele over his 76.5 rushing yards against USC. If you've watched USC at all, you know exactly why I'm taking Carson Steele. So, guys, it's going to be our NCAA football plays for Saturday, November 18th slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure to drop a like to this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,